I'm going to really challenge myself on the bike. While I had fun doing the 50th anniversary of Ragbri and my usual Bike MS ride, this time in Florida, I didn't really focus much other attention on the bike. I allowed any little intrusion to quickly take me away from either getting out on the road or training sessions inside. Excuses are very easy to come by. Because of the time off the bike, not only has my power taken a hit, but my overall fitness has also not been the greatest. Go figure. I do enjoy completing the training sessions on Sufferfest, although I don't know if enjoy is quite the right word. But virtual group rides are also fun. But because I wasn't training for anything specific, it was easy to just ride off a session or not hurry in the morning to make it to a virtual group ride. I didn't fully embrace my why, and I suffered for it. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy putting a leg over the bike and going for a ride. There's something special about those simple mechanics of pedaling on the bike and propelling yourself down the road. I love it. But sometimes in life we get distracted and things like getting away on the bike takes a back seat to everything else that's going on. And all that can be okay as long as we maintain some sort of balance between these external elements and our sanity. And that's where I failed. Enter the soul searching and figuring out how to make a change for the better and not only re-energize my why, but also add an additional why to pair with and hopefully bolster up the existing. Because in the end, cycling is my happy pills. So the goal I'm setting for 2024 is to see how close I can get qualifying for the 2024 Gran Fondo National Championships. You see, I've never cycled competitively. I can be competitive in life and in things, but I've never ridden competitively. All my riding has been for fun, exercise, and to challenge myself against, well, myself. The only timing chips rides I've done in the past have been for the Armed Forces Cycling Challenge, and even then I'm not competing against anyone else, just against the clock and my own self-given goal of how many laps to accomplish. Everything else has been either rides with friends or fundraising. So what is a Gran Fondo? At the basic, a Gran Fondo, Italian for big ride, is a long-distance mass start participation ride. What sets this apart from other fondos is that there's going to be 4 timed sections, and the cumulative times for these sections are what determines your placement in the age group. Yeah, age groups. So in a Gran Fondo, everyone's split into age groups in 5-year chunks after age 34. So we're looking at like 35 to 39, 40 to 44, so on and so forth. So unlike a regular single-day road race, where the winner is determined by whomever crosses the finish line first, here it's the combined time sections. What that means is that it doesn't matter how you ride and enjoy the rest stops, the rest of the course, or anything else. It's all about pacing and being ready for those sections and doing the best in those sections. And pacing is something I am terrible at, in addition to the climbing, so this is going to be great. What does qualifying look like? Well, to qualify for the national champs, one needs to either be a top 25% finisher in your age group in a grand route, which is about 100 miles, at any series event based on the number of starters in that age group, or be a top 3 finisher in your age group category in a grand route at any series event, regardless of the number of starters. There's a third way to qualify, but that one isn't centered on finishing within a certain placement, and so I'm not going to use that as a metric to challenge myself for 2024. So my goal isn't podium at any of these events, obviously, but to see how I can start from 0 experience in competitive events and see how far up the chain I can get. I am trying to be realistic in my goal setting. So I plan to ride 2 or 3 of the Fondos in the National Series, preferably 3 if I can swing the time. So the first one I'm looking at is in March. It's the Florida Gran Fondo. The course this year was 101 miles and about 3,100 feet of climbing. So I'm anticipating something very similar, if not the same course this year. And it'll be the easiest of the courses, but only in the climbing department. I expect those flatter segments to be really fast. The second ride is where the climbing is going to get very tough. The Tour of Georgia Gran Fondo. It's about 90 miles and almost 9,000 feet of climbing, and I am no climber. And number 3 is the Gran Fondo in Asheville, and we're looking at 8,600 feet of climbing over 100 miles. I'm looking at a few others as backups in case I can't make it due to work travel or life things, or if I end up feeling like the April one is too close to the March one and I need a little more time to kind of refocus and calibrate. So the first Fondo I ride in will be kind of a systems check and baseline setting for the rest of the year. I fully expect to do not that great in it because it's something new. It's not that I have a defeatist attitude, but when was the last time you tried something new and was amazing at it the first time? This is how I'm going to learn what I need to improve on and where I need to focus better on with my training. But there you have it. That is my cycling goal for 2024. Along the way, I'm going to be setting up a training plan, examining my bike fit, the equipment I use, my nutrition, both on and off the bike, pacing, climbing, and a little weight loss. I hope by documenting all of this and sharing my journey, I'm forcing myself to have a little extra accountability and that little extra kick of motivation when I need it. We'll see. Look, I'm a pretty average-ish cyclist, and so I know I have my work cut out for me. But I'm looking forward to the plan ahead. So let's get rolling.